This is James Hendricks with the Black Sheep Reports, and today I want to talk about an article I read that was talking about 10,000 migrant children are missing right now. And now, before I go into that, the, the EU said 3 years ago that 30,146 people were registered as victims of human trafficking across the 28-nation EU in the last 3 years to up to 2013. Now, the European Commission said that 80% of the victims were women, and 69% of those trafficked were victims of sexual abuse. Two-thirds of the victims were EU citizens. Nigeria and China were the main non-EU countries of origin at the time, from 2010 to 2012. Now, the EU states prosecuted 8,551 people for human trafficking. The report said that there were 3,786 convictions. Now, going to the article today, over 10,000 unaccompanied migrant children just have disappeared in Europe. The EU police agencies is fearing many of them was whisked into sex trafficking rings or slave trade. Now, the agency chief of staff, Brian Donald, said that vulnerable children had disappeared from the system after registering with the state's authorities following their arrival in Europe. He said it's not unreasonable to say that we're looking at a 10,000 plus children missing. He even added 5,000 had disappeared in Italy alone. Not all of them are going to be in sex trafficking. Some might have just been passed on to family members. We just don't know where these children are, what they're doing, or whom they are with. Now, there are prisons in Germany and Hungary where the vast majority of people arrested and placed there are in relations to criminal activities surrounding the migrant crisis. Over 1 million migrants and refugees, many fleeing from the Syrian conflict, crossed into Europe last year, fleeing for a better life. Whether they are registered or not, we're talking about 270,000 children. Tensions are escalating across the continent over the increasing number of migrants, with many right-wing groups calling for more immigration restrictions and tighter borders. Swedish police said dozens of masked men believed to belong to a neo-Nazi gang gathered in Stockholm and handed out pamphlets calling for attacks against young migrants. And an anti-fascist and far-right protester clashed in southern Germany town where an unknown assailant threw a hand grenade into a refugee shelter this week as the country scrambles to interrogate the over 1 million asylum seekers it welcomed last year. Now, this has been James Hendricks with the Black Sheep Reports. Links are below. Don't take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to us on Facebook. Our page is Media on 9/11. Thank you.